City. Nobody. Yeah.
Ciao, hello, welcome to the Crooked Truth. My name is Melo, and I am your judge here in this court. I may be hard sometimes, but trust me, there is one thing you can never take away from me. That is the truth, the hardest way, without any filtering or without any favoritism. There is a disclaimer I give people who are new here that make sure your case does not enter this court. If not, we will treat you the same way we treat everybody. We wouldn't pamper you over here, or we wouldn't do looking faces over here. We will tell you the truth the way it should be. Before we go into the case, I urge everyone to remain silent here in this court. Order in court. Now, this is today's case. There is a gentleman, let me give him that gentleman tag, a Ghanaian content creator, a Ghanaian social media influencer, a Ghanaian blogger, yes, a Ghanaian YouTuber who lives in Germany. Yes, that is where he lives, and I must stress on that. I must highlight that. Now, this guy came to Ghana, and on the streets of Ghana, maybe Kumasi or so, this guy went so hard on a preacher man, an evangelist, someone who was preaching on the streets, or people who were preaching on the streets, attacking them verbally, insulting them, doing things he would never do in Germany or in the West. And he feels that it's right for him to do that. Now, let's watch this, and I'll come give you my opinion. We will treat him the way we treat everybody. Let's watch this.
Masa compare to my show. Masa, the compromise say, Bible say, and sa and yet man in the I don't know compare to my head. One for a year, Juma Wahano. One for a year, Juma. One back of my mind. And so and man in the compared my Asia. What you are 1 4 year Juma? What for Mike? Every 100 meters Biano, some was here 4 way, up with a mic, and then I'm missing. 1 4 or more year Juma. What you walk off from Mike? And then your friend say speaker, and I was okay. Yamiasem. Abra one more, okay. Yamiasem, my dear Chromo, or more year Juma. Bible Corner said, and say, Master, compared to my Nega so preach work. I say, I never saw Gano. Oh, yeah, not a subwalk by say, and our man my ding. Israel, I'm putting a sem. Israel, I'm putting a sum a band. Israel for Omoya Juma. Oba Brotia, Broni Bianwa, or best son of Afa Mike. Ababejina kwa so preaching. Yes, sir, o man my heading, kwasi afo bi say, am o mamu o man my heading. Wa fo gina awia kataban so. Ye adwumaden. Owia, ana Bible say, to aye wabodo no gu nsuo nani na daachi wonsa beka. Wonsa e kwa akoka wo hefa.
Now, this video is full of lack of civilization. It's full of ignorance. It's full of, in quotes, I don't want to insult him, but full of foolishness. It's full of village life or village lifestyle. Yes, I will tell you the reason why I'm saying that. We will move categorically and deal with the issue step by step. Step by step. First of all, he was stating things or quoting things from the Bible that the hands that does not work, does not feed or does not eat. It means you have to work before you get food to eat. He has forgotten that that same Bible says that whoever preaches the word of God feeds from the word of God. For that, they will find different ways to interpret it. You see? Now, he has forgotten that that same Bible he quoted, in that same Bible, people who attack those who speak the word of God, God's wrath came on those people. God's anger came on that people. He has forgotten that. You see, how can a rational human being get up, take your car keys, drive your car across the street just to go and attack people who are preaching the word of God? Just because you feel that these people are lazy, these people do not like to work. Now, how would you know that what this person is doing is a part-time job he's doing or something that he is doing just in his free time? You Bigscout, you are driving your car. If someone meets you on the street and does not know you, how would the person know that you are someone who works or not? He is not using this. How can you just see someone preaching on the streets and predict that that person is lazy, that person does not work, that person doesn't want to work, and he only wants to speak the word of God, or he only wants to preach the word of God so that people will give him money? Now, even if it's preaching that he does or the word of God that he speaks to get money from people, where is the wrong in this? What is the wrong in people speaking the word of God, telling people not to do bad things, telling people to be good to others? Where is the wrong and what is the wrong in this? For you to take your camera, move to the person's face and say unnecessary things or things that will make the person angry. Why should you do that? You could see clearly that when he said things that will ginger the man or the preacher man or that will make him get angry, this preacher man didn't pay attention to him. He didn't give him that attention and went to his spot to preach. He still kept on attacking the man verbally with insults. Now, this man also got triggered and say whatever he wants to say to him. Why should you do that? You are talking about people working in Germany or abroad or Europe or whatever, so they wouldn't get time to go preach on the streets. Who says in Europe or the West, people do not preach on the streets? We see a whole lot of them, people preaching on the streets. Yes, and people giving them money. It happens everywhere, unless for the countries that their laws are against that. You see, this is a typical example of you can take a man out of the village, but the village can never leave the man, or you can never take the village out of the man. Village life, he is not civilized, doing things like someone who is still living in a village here in Ghana, someone who has traveled to go live abroad for so many years. You lack tolerance. You lack giving people their rights. You are abusing people. Who taught you that? Can you go to Europe or the West and do the same thing to people who are preaching on the streets? No. You can't abuse them like that. You have to tolerate them if the law is not against that. In Ghana here, there is no law against noise pollution. There is no law against people who preach on the streets. People play jams on the street. People with speakers selling things on the street, making noise. Nobody bans them or nobody arrests them. So why should you do that? It means that you have a perception, a different perception for these people who preach on the streets. There are some people, immediately they travel out of Ghana or Africa and they go to Europe or the West, they start condemning Christianity. They start condemning people who preach on the streets, insulting those people. Why should it be so? Tolerate people, respect people, give people their rights when it does not affect you. When the laws of the country does not speak against what they do, Give people their rights. What you did is so bad. What you did is so bad. Now, going to somebody's face with camera and saying whatever you want to say, abusive words. What if that person hits you with a weapon? Who would you blame? Is it him or yourself? We have to start using this. We have to start using this. Look, the little fame you have gotten, do not abuse that fame. Abusing people verbally on the street with your camera is something you shouldn't do. You can't do this in Germany. You can't do this in the West. You can't do this in Europe. What you did is so absurd. It's very, 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 very annoying. You shouldn't be doing that. Mutu kwanya mama adwen nya mo de mo atukwan mo abanti munim nyansa sen obia mo atukwan mo abanti osada ade bia mo de ba attack nkrofo. If you don't agree with people preaching on the street, just pass and go. Obia nsoma wo there, come and give them money. They don't beg you to give them money. They don't attack you to give them money. Nobody came to open your car and took money by force and put it in their pocket just because they are preaching. He didn't stop you that come give him money. You see, when he posted this video on his channel, he was so happy saying that Bigscout himself has had an encounter with a preacher man. People were giving comments. Some were disagreeing with him. And you saw some also, hailing him. Now, let's watch one comment that one guy gave that I was so impressed. And I decided to, I'll come and give that over here. And even Bigscout also responded. Now, this is what the guy said. He is a prophet. Nigel Gazy is a prophet. This is what he said. This is not fair and right. Bro, not. And who told you that ministry is not a job? Let's be pleasant towards others. Thanks. Now, Bigscout replied, but it was fair for him to talk about my tattoos and pass judgmental comments. Evangelists shouldn't always judge people wrongly. Now, this is where I also disagree with him. That evangelist never talked about his tattoo when he was in his car passing. It was only when he rolled his glasses down and abused that man or attacked that man, that is when he also talked about his tattoo and also used judgmental words on him. He is lying over here too. If you passed and go where you were going, he wouldn't have also responded to you, but you went to him and attacked him and abused him. That is why he also attacked and abused you. This is what I was saying. Even if he was holding a weapon, you made him angry and he could have used the weapon on you. And who would you blame? We shouldn't be doing that. We should not be doing that. Preacher man's job is a job. He who preaches the word, or he who preaches the word eats from the word or feasts from the word. Nobody is begging you to give them money. People who give them money will give them money. Let's not have that perception that everyone standing on the street preaching is hungry and they want your money. That is why they go there to preach. If you don't agree with them, go your way or say whatever you have to say without any abusive words or any attack in their face. Let's not do that. If we travel to be civilized. We travel to see a whole lot of new things and learn from those things. We don't abuse people when we travel. We don't attack people when we travel. We don't do that. You are still behaving like someone who hasn't traveled before. You are just uncivilized. You are just an abuser and you attack people. This is something that you've been doing and you have to stop. You have to stop. We have to start using this. Let's tolerate people when things that they are doing does not affect us negatively. We shouldn't abuse them or attack them when things they are doing doesn't affect anyone negatively or the laws does not speak against what they are doing. This is all I can say. Change your ways. Change your ways. I'm telling you. You are fond of doing that. Yes, change your ways. Anyways, guys, anybody who has watched till now, you can also give your judgment. Tell me if what this guy did is right or wrong. Let's all share ideas. It's your judgment, it's your opinion, it's your appeal. Let's all look into that and have fun over here or learn over here. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like the video, share for others to see, leave a comment like I said. Let's all have fun over here. On here, we always strive for glory, we strive for success, we strive for travels, we strive for the truth and anything important. Your boy Melody, I'll see you in the next court session. May all the courts rise.
No more. If you know make money, friends go dog you. Nobody said go love you. You first step up your hustle, cause one day you gonna make it. If you know make money, friends go dog you. Nobody said go love you. You first step up your hustle, cause one day, you gotta love me now.